All right, welcome back everyone to another one of our workouts from home for seniors. Today we're going to be doing a full body workout, and then for the remaining 2 sessions this week, I'm going to split the training up between an upper body session and a lower body session. But of course, we're going to be working on balance and coordination on all 3 days. So today we're going to start with balance work, and that means we're going to do some heel raises. I think that it's going to be a better idea if you're standing in front of a chair like this as you do it, just touching with your fingertips, or if you really need it, then you can grip and use the chair for some support. I'm going to show you without the chair the first exercise so that you can freely see what I'm doing with my feet. I'm going to do a heel raise and then a very small opening up of my left foot and my right foot, or your right foot, your left. It doesn't matter. One foot then the other. And then I'm going to drop my heels and repeat. Raising the heels up, tuck the feet in, and drop down. So it's an up, out, down, up, in, down. These can be minuscule actions. If that's going to give you trouble, you're just going to do straight heel raises. All right, so we're going to count this in a multiple of 7, starting from 0. Take your time and drop. 7, bring them in. 14, send them out. Notice my actions are very small. 21, bring them in. 28, great. 35, bring them back in. If you want to try marching on the spot, 42 like this, if the movement of the feet in and out is too difficult, you can certainly do that as well. So that was 35, let's make this 42, 49, 56, 63, and 70. Now we're going to finish this out, counting backwards in 70 with strict heel raises, no opening and closing. Starting from 70, 63, 56, 49, 42, 35, 28, 21, 14, 7, and 0. Why don't you go ahead and grab the chair or a wall for balance, stick out one foot, point and flex that foot. Over and over again, as fast as you can. Get some blood into those calves and into your feet. Curl the toes in and extend them up at the same time. And then switch feet, open and close the toes. Point and flex the foot. And then you can release. So the next one is going to be working on balance and hips at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and move the chair out in front of me. You're going to touch the chair with your left hand, and you're going to stand on your right foot. Or put another way, we're going to raise one leg, we're going to raise the opposite arm. It doesn't really matter which limbs you're using as long as they're opposites. Raise them as high up as you can for a count of 8, starting from 0. We're going to allow those limbs to drop slowly with control. 8, drop them as slow as you can. 16, 24, let's try to enjoy our time here. We're not in a rush. 32, 40, there's the halfway point. 48, 56, 64, you should be feeling it in the standing leg, in the hip of the standing leg. 72, and 80. Let's not take a rest. Switch hands, switch feet. Let's start back from 80. 72. 64. 56. 48. 40. 32. 24, 16, 8, and last one everyone, whoa, 0. Excellent, now we've warmed those muscles up. I'm going to move the chair out to the side for now. We're going to do a little bit of stretching out, so I want you to separate the feet nice and wide. I want you to reach out as far as you possibly can with those arms. We're going to fold at the hip That means butt goes back a little bit. Slight flex in the knee, don't squat all the way down. A little bit of a bend forward, so this is like a half of a movement, half of a squat, half of a deadlift. We're going to cross our arms over the top, reach, stretch them out again, and repeat. So as we drop down, we breathe out. Stretch up, get those arms mobilized. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. We'll do that 3 more times. Out. In. Out. Try to go a little deeper into it now. In. And 1 more out. And 1 more in. Excellent. Let's just wiggle those shoulders backwards in an alternating fashion. Try to get as great a range of motion as you can, so really exaggerate the movement. Both going backwards, alternating. And then we're going to let them both go forwards, alternating here. Very nice, very nice. Okay, you can shake him out. We're ready to get back to it. We're going to do some squats now. So you should find a chair and either get ready to do the squats in and out of the chair or do the squats against the wall. Regardless, what I want to see today is that your arms go up as you drop and then your arms push down as you rise. You could even use that swing down to help you push up. We're trying to create an efficient movement. I'm not trying to make you do this the hard way. So let's step about a foot away from the wall, and the further forward you go, the harder it's going to be. We're going to push the bum back until it touches the wall and then rise up. We can do that for a multiple of 9 and start from 0. 9. Again, I don't want you to rush these ones today though. Not fast and not slow, just an even tempo. 18. 27. 36. 45. 54. 63. 72. 81. And 90. Excellent. I want you to just pick up one knee at a time, and if you need to grab a chair for that, you can do it. I just want to do a little bit more work to warm up the front of the hips. You're going to need it when you're doing the bicycle and in the chair, which we're going to do shortly, alternating from foot to foot. You can do this at a slower pace than me if you like. I'm just giving you about 30 to 40 seconds of doing this, alternating. If you can't lift your knees up as high, just lift them up as high up as you can get them. A couple more reps, and we can have a seat, a well-earned seat. So what I'd like for you to do is grab your rubber band. We're going to start with a reverse fly action. So you're going to loop the band underneath both feet, like this, and then just let those feet drop to the floor. I'm holding the band so that the loose ends come out the thumb side of my fist. I'm going to pull my elbows back like this, and as I pull them back, or after, I'm going to rotate my hands up towards the ceiling, almost as though I'm trying to touch the back wall with my thumbs. So this becomes a row into a rotation, okay, so that gets so many muscles in your back and shoulders. We're going to do this for a multiple, not a multiple, we're going to spell the word that's appearing above me right now. That's corrective. Have a look at it. We'll start spelling it. C. Drop those arms. O. Try not to do this with narrow elbows like this. R. You're not going to get as much benefit out of it like that. I don't want that. R. I want you to open the wingspan up. E. C. As much as you can. T. I. That being said, if this is all you can do, V, then start there. But if you can't open up the wingspan, E, then go for it. We're not done yet. We're going to spell that backwards from E. V. I. And by now your shoulders should be getting very tired. T. C, whew, E, R, R, last two, O, and whew, C. One might even say that that is a corrective exercise for people who have difficulty raising their arms above their shoulders without pain, or without pain. So we're going to do one more exercise before we move on to a stretch and a coordination drill. It's going to be a seated bicycle. It's been a long time since we've done this. So you're going to grip the sides of your chair, you're going to raise one knee up, and you're going to do a bicycling or a pedaling action going backwards, or pedaling backwards. We're going to count a multiple of, what haven't we done? 4 is today, starting from 0, 4, and if this is really challenging for you, just reduce your range of motion. 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. If you felt that right in the seam of the hip, you did it well. Good for you. If you didn't feel it at all, you're super strong and nobody likes you. So we're going to just move on from there. So let's switch to the other side and count from 40, 36, 32, 28, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4, and 0. Stay there. I want you to stretch out your glute today. That's going to be the stretch of the day. So I'm going to grab my steps, my footrest. You can grab a step stool, something that's lower than the seat that you're actually sitting on. You're going to put the outside edge of your foot up onto that seat or that stool, and then you're going to allow the knee to rotate outwards. So it's externally rotating this leg. And then from there, if you don't already feel a stretch right at the joint in the side of the hip, then you can lean forwards and support your weight on the step stool, if you can go that far. The point is to get a moderate stretch in the hip, so don't overdo this one at all. Try to enjoy the stretch. Take some deep breaths in and slow breaths out. You should always remember when we're doing stretches in my program that I prefer to take the stretch just slightly past the point of slight discomfort. So it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but not very uncomfortable. Just take a few more deep breaths in and out. And then when you're done that, you can put this foot down. We're going to switch to the other side again. Incidentally, you might not feel this only in the joint itself. You might also feel this in your low back as a stretch, as a release. But one thing I wouldn't do when I'm doing this kind of a stretch, keep breathing deeply in and out while I do this, is to try and go deeper into the stretch by flexing my spine like this. That's not going to help you. What I would rather do, if you don't have enough of a stretch already in the hip before leaning forwards, is to make sure that you start that lean forwards with a neutral spine. So you might want to place your hands on your free knee and then use that as a support. Maybe rest your elbow on that thigh. I still have more or less a neutral spine. Then if you already feel a decent stretch and you want to relax a bit, then maybe you can let your spine go as you're relaxing. But trying to do this in order to achieve a better stretch or a deeper stretch really is going to be ineffective. So that's enough time with that step stool. You can move that to the side and grab a bouncy ball. Because today, we're going to be bouncing. So what I would ask is that if you're capable of bouncing and catching that ball with one hand, go for it. I want you to try that challenge. Everyone else, throw with one, catch with both. Throw with one, catch with both. As long as you're twisting and bouncing the ball in front of your right foot. And then the next one will bounce the ball with the left foot making sure that we're, with the left hand, making sure that we're bouncing that ball in front of the left foot. So it's a little bit different than usual in that we're not bouncing that ball directly between our feet. Okay, flex the knees, flex the hips. We're going to count a multiple of 12, bouncing with the right hand first, starting from 0, 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, and 120. So let's switch to the left hand. Remember to bounce it in front of the left foot. Flex the hips, flex the knees slightly, rotate slightly. Here we go. 120. Taking your time to catch. 108. 96. 84. 72. 60. 48. 36. 24. 12. And 0. Next week, when we repeat this kind of a scenario, this kind of exercise, I'm going to have you bounce the ball with one hand while you're hopping up on the other foot and drawing a circle action over your head, reciting the whole alphabet forwards and backwards. But we'll get to that sometime next week. In the meantime, you're all done for today. Thanks a lot for joining me. Go and have a rest now. Again, drink your water. And when I see you in a few days' time, we'll have some more fun with just lower body work. Until then, stay active, stay healthy, and stay strong, everyone.